Welcome once again to my channel. I am Nurse Z. On this channel, we bring you informative, interesting, educative topics related to pregnancy, labor, care of the newborn, reproductive healthcare teachings for all ages, as well as healthy tips for those who are trying to conceive. Did this sound like what you love? What you'd like to hear always? Please click the subscribe button, hit a notification bell so you get notified anytime we bring in new videos. Vagina has a natural smell. Come to think of it, how do you expect, or what are your expectations about the smell from your vagina? You want it to smell like rose? Like pineapple? Like grape? Like perfume? No wonder people are so pressured to the point that they apply funny things into their vagina so that they can produce the desired odor or desired smell as they may think, and then neglecting the principle of vaginal hygiene. And then what is crying keeps crying. So on this video, I'll be sharing with us the different kind of vaginal smell, its indications, and how to prevent offensive vaginal smell. The vagina is an acidic medium. In it are found good microorganisms which are called the lactobacilli. These microorganisms, with their activity, they help to keep the vagina warm, moist, and lubricated. Now, the pH, the acidic environment of the vagina, with the microbial activities of these good bacteria, help to protect the vaginal space from bacterial infections. So if there's anything that will alter this normal environment, it can lead to production of offensive smell and then infection problems that you will become so uncomfortable with. Other factors, like I said earlier, that can alter the normal vaginal smell. One of those factors is semen. After sexual intercourse, the interaction between the semen and the vaginal secretions, that interaction can alter the normal vaginal smell, and that is why after sexual intercourse, you take a fresh birth, smell good. The next factor that affects the smell of the vagina is menstrual period. The blood, is as a result of the dead cells coming down from the, uterine walls, mixed with the vaginal fluid, the blood, the ions, and all that. They give this metallic smell, and is normal. That's another factor that can affect the smell of the vagina. Another factor that can affect the smell of the vagina is what? Menopause. At menopause, there's a decline in the hormonal level, especially the estrogen. So the secretions are not usually the way they are, and also all these factors, can affect the way the vagina smells. Another factor is pregnancy. Because of the hormonal interplay, hormonal changes, and all that, there's increased vaginal secretions. There's a lot going down there below, and this also affects the way your vagina smells. Another factor is poor hygiene, which is the most terrible one. When you don't practice good hygiene, don't expect that active side to smell nice, right? So this is another factor that affects the smell of the vagina. Another factor is diet. What you eat affect the way your vagina smells. If you are hearing this for the first time, know this, that what you eat affects the way your vagina smells. Another factor that can affect the way your vagina smells is douching. The vagina itself is self-cleansing, but you find out that a lot of people, they go as far as, trying to clean the vagina and all that. That thing you are doing alters the pH and then cause an imbalance in the vaginal environment. Now, I'm going to be listing out the characteristic smell from the vagina, what you should expect. The first smell I'll be talking about is the rotten kind of smell. Rotten. The smell come about as a result of a forgotten tampon. You say, wow, can someone forget that? Yeah. Maybe towards the end of the menses, and then maybe due to negligence, carelessness, it can happen. And then someone forgets it in there. The accumulation of the dead cells, everything, and then it starts producing an offensive odor. Sometimes after delivery, the woman is padded, and then on going home, she's advised, when you go home, madam, remove this pad. But you've discovered that a lot of women, they forget to remove it, and then they start smelling offensively. After days, they discover that there was something there. So these are factors that can give this rotten kind of smell from the vagina. Another characteristic smell is the fishy kind of smell. And this kind of smell, the chief cause of this is two bacteria, Trichomonas vaginalis and the bacteria vaginosus. So now, the Trichomonas vaginalis is sexually transmitted. That is to say, you must have sexual intercourse with someone who is infected before you can come down with Trichomonas vaginalis. Why the bacteria vaginosus is not a sexually transmitted infection, rather it is sex related. That's your risk of contacting this bacteria is increased with sexual intercourse, but it is not a sexually transmitted infection. Another thing that increases the risk of having this bacterial vaginosis is douching. When an individual comes down with this infection, the characteristics kind of smell you get is the fishy kind of smell. Another characteristic smell is the yeasty smell. Your down below begin to smell as though you are baking bread on that day. The smell is yeasty in nature, and then you discover that the discharge from the vagina is like a cottage cheese. It's thick. Another characteristic kind of smell is the metallic smell, and this smell is normal because this is the kind of smell that is produced at usually from menstrual period. They said the blood is made up of ions and others, so the breakdown of those ion, dead cell, contact with the mucosal secretions and all that gives a kind of metallic smell, like a smell of a coin, something like is normal. Is a normal smell. You have no cause to worry. Okay. Another serious smell you should look out for is the foul smell. The smell is very, very offensive, and sometimes you discover that the individual may be having fever, high body temperature, severe back pain, severe lower abdominal pain. It could be a sign that you are having a pelvic inflammatory disease, and then you shouldn't remain at home. You should seek for medical care immediately, because it can lead to a lot of other complications. Okay? The vagina itself is acidic, and this is what keeps the good bacteria, that's the bacterial and the yeast, under check and balance so that they don't overgrow or step their boundaries. You understand? So do not douche, because anything that alters this pH of the vagina or alters the activities of these friendly bacteria, they can begin to become unfriendly and then start causing you problems and giving you those offensive smell. So now it is advisable that women get familiarized with their body. You get familiarized with the kind of odor your body produces, okay? So here are my few recommendations to prevent your down below from producing unpleasant smell. You want to smell like pineapple? You want to smell like grape? You want to smell like flower? You want to smell like perfume? Take this my recommendation and thank me later. Number 1, wear cotton underwears. Don't wear silk material. Don't. You know why? Cotton materials they can absorb moisture, and then they have air space where there will be free flow of air down below over there. And then when there's free flow of air, you yourself you'll be the place is receiving fresh air, breeze is entering, and then the growth of bacteria in those places that will bring out those offensive smell is reduced. Number 2, you practice what? Good hygiene. Washing your vulva area with warm water and non-irritating soap and chemical. Non-irritating soap. Soap that will not alter the environment. Soap that will not alter the bacterial activity of the vagina. You don't even wash the vagina. You just clean the vulva area and make sure it is clean. Why? Because the vagina is self-cleansing. You avoid food that will increase vaginal odor and smell. Always drink water. Drink water. You need water. After pooing or urinating, you wipe from front to back, like from front to back, not from back to front, okay? You wipe from front to back. Because when you wipe from back to front, you are introducing harmful, bad bacteria from your anal region down to your vulva area. And then when they get in, they go and start competing with the good bacteria in your vagina. And then their competition will start leading to infection, foul discharge from your vagina, and lot of more, okay? So you wipe from front to back and not from back to front. Like I said before, avoid what? Douching. Avoid douching. Avoid douching. And I say finally, avoid douching. Your vagina is self-cleansing. It cleanses itself. If this video was interesting and informative, and you love what you just heard, please click the subscribe button, hit our notification bell so you get notified each time Nurse Z brings the latest gist.